G'day, everyone. Oh,
Okay.
can you? Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Can you hear me, guys? Okay, yeah, I can hear the echoing as well. Hmm. Is that any? No. Okay, is that any better? How's that? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Oh, good. You can hear
Oh,
me?
better now. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
thank God. Okay. I've been waiting all afternoon Just been sitting here all ready to go, and then that happened. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, how is everybody? G'day, everybody. It's
Good day.
cold. It's so
Yeah, it's
cold.
cold.
Hello, everyone.
We should all be in a tropical country. Let's go to
Yeah.
your place, Tam. Can we go to your country for a visit with your family?
Hang on, teacher. Yeah, can you ask me again? Sorry.
Can we all go to Thailand and visit your family to get warm, please?
If I can do it, I can go now.
Good. Let's go. And then we'll go to Bayou's country and then Richie's and then maybe Chloe Lies. Is Taiwan cold at the moment or is it summer?
It's summer now.
Oh, let's go there too. Okay. Let's leave cold southern Australia. Okay. So let's say hello. How are you, Tam?
I'm good, teacher.
That's
How
good.
are you? Thank you for
You're welcome. Did you have a nice weekend? Tell me about your weekend.
I went to the shopping with my
Mhm.
friend at Camberwell on Sunday.
Oh, what did you buy?
I can get like the shoe and second shoe and like
two pairs of shoes.
I love
like it.
Camberwell, teacher. Everything cheap and you have to go to early. Maybe a lot of clothes and have find something like cheaper.
Oh, good.
Yes.
So you got some good shoe bargains, right?
Shoe bargain and
Yeah.
like cost like t-shirt, the $2.
Oh,
Done.
nice.
$2
Awesome.
from Tommy.
$2. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good. I like
Yes, it's
it.
fine. Like, you have to find in the market.
Are they like factory seconds?
Yeah, too many people.
Good.
Yeah, good.
So you got to get there early. Yeah.
Actually, I've been there before. It's a flea market.
Okay, a flea market. So like all spread out on a table, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds fun. And then did you have some nice breakfast at the market? Did they have food?
No, I had from my home and I need to quickly to go to the market.
And you have to save your money for the shoes, right? Yeah. Good. I understand. Oh, that sounds so much fun. Oh, I'm jealous. And what about you, Chloe Lai? G'day. Did you have a nice weekend?
Yeah, I went to the market with my friend.
Oh, you went to the
Yeah.
market too. Food or clothes?
Food, just only food. Because
Okay.
I live nearby, so she asked me that am I going to join with her? Yeah, so I spent like 3 hours for food, shopping for food.
Good. Buying food from markets makes it special, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's especially like in Springville, they sell cheaper than in the supermarket.
Oh, good. And nice and fresh, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Did you cook when you came home?
No, currently my partner cooks for me because I don't have time to do that.
Good. So he should.
And he's happy with that.
Oh, good. Oh, that's nice. It's a good deal, isn't it? When you like do fair housework. Yeah. It makes the home calm.
Yeah, calm.
Yeah. And g'day, Bayou. How are you?
Good day, miss. I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm really good. You had your hair cut again?
Yes, I'm enjoying.
Yes. You like it?
Yeah, sure. I like it.
It looks good. You look really young.
Look like single.
Yeah, teenager.
All right.
And what about your weekend? What did you do?
Not much. I just went to market. With my friend.
Everyone's at the markets. Yeah.
Yep. And I went to the barber shop to cut my hair.
Yeah. Good.
And The rest I just at home. Just
At
take a rest.
home. Stay warm, rest.
Yep.
Yeah.
Stay warm.
Yeah.
Actually, this Saturday I will go to Indonesia.
Oh, wow. How exciting. Oh, I'm so happy. Are you excited?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you see your mom. Oh, it went on silent by you. What happened? Oh no, Bayou's frozen. He's so excited.
Yep, miss.
Yep, that's better. I can hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see your mom?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see my mom.
Good.
I see my friends.
Yeah.
And not too long. I think just 2 weeks.
Beautiful, beautiful. So like an actual holiday. Yeah. And will your wife go with you?
Yes.
Oh, lovely. Lovely. Is she from she's from Indonesia? She came with you, didn't she?
Yes, she came with me.
So she will see her mom as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I excited with that.
Good, good. Oh, I'm so happy for you. It'll be nice and warm for you.
You want to come as well?
Yes, yes, I do. Yes, I really do. And we'll go to Bali together for a weekend, okay? And what about you, Faru? Will you come with us?
Last month, this month, the end of this month.
Yeah, end of this month.
Oh, you're going back as well.
But you come back Melbourne, and then I go to Indonesia.
Oh,
for 1 month.
A whole month.
Yes.
Oh, you see all your friends?
Yes, and
no,
to go to
they will traveling around Indonesia, miss.
Because
her family.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Like a road trip?
Say, teacher?
Like a road trip in a car?
Yes.
Cool. How fun. Oh, that sounds amazing. You guys are so lucky. Yeah.
Yeah, and here is winter. And then we go back to Indonesia summer. Yeah.
Oh, you can just wear sarongs, Faru. Yes. You can just wear sarongs. That would be amazing. Hey, you like yeah, me too. Let's all meet in Bali, hey? Let's have a little holiday together. And what about your mom and your stepdad? Will they go as well?
Yeah, my stepdad want to traveling in Indonesia, and Indonesia capital, and Java and Bali.
Oh, beautiful. And so Angel will go?
Yes, Angel as well.
Is this his first time?
Yeah.
How exciting. Oh,
yeah, his first time.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, he will have so much fun. He'll be confused because he'll hear so much Indonesian talking.
Yeah.
He'll be like, what's happening? Like so it'll be so cute. Oh, cutie.
You want to come as well, teacher?
Yes, please. Yes, I will come. I will come. We'll all come. And what about you, Richie? Will you come to Indonesia with us?
Sounds good to me. I would like to visit once.
Yeah, you can bring your daughter and your wife. That's okay.
Yeah. In my list in the future too. I heard about Bali. A very nice place there.
Yeah, Bali's awesome. Bali's a beautiful, beautiful part of the world. It's the land of the gods, right? I think they call it. There's just so many like Hindu, everything, everywhere, like ceremonies, rituals, offerings. It's beautiful. Yeah, so you can come to Richie. I hope to see you there. I'm packing my bag. Let's not worry about class. Let's just go to Bali.
Bali, and my dad he went there once, but a long time ago. I think 2004 I think. And Banda Aceh.
Oh wow, did he? Yeah. Oh, I I want to go there one day and go
He
scuba
went
diving.
before, yeah, he went before the pyramids happened.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So many things have happened in Indonesia, you know, like so many big events.
Volcano.
Like, yeah, such a tough culture. They just keep going and going and going, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah. So important. And then, everything calms down and there's a volcano and yeah, and everyone keeps smiling, which is beautiful. Okay, anything to tell me about your weekend, Richie, before we start? Anything awesome that you want to share?
Like too cold outside, and yeah, last week I was 46.
You
Yeah,
you were really sick.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And it's caused my back pain until now. I think maybe just from the flu. I think, yeah, just hay fever, not the hay fever, but this time opposite. When it's summer, it's hay fever, but now it's something related to cold and flu.
Yeah, yuck. Yeah, we're all getting sick again. All my friends are getting sick. Actually, quite a few are getting COVID again, which is a shame.
Yeah, this is not COVID, but just I'm very pain on my lower back. A bit of weather, and painful still now.
Yeah, but you're still smiling, Richie. You've got a beautiful smile. So
thank you.
Good. I'm glad you're here. Always glad you're here. Okay, so let's get started, guys. So good news, no exams for online classes this week. We have exams for the face-to-face, but not online. So are you happy?
Totally.
Sounds like a big release for us.
Yeah, good. So you can just relax. I'm not sure what Miss Annalyn is doing, but we are going to revise some grammar. Some awesome, exciting grammar. Yuck. Okay, let's get started. I just have to message you, Wembley, in a second. Do you remember Wembley, Bayu and Faru?
Yes, of course, I remember.
Oh, good. He's starting. I don't know if do you remember Wembley, Tam?
Thing.
Maybe not. Maybe Tam was in face-to-face when Wembley was in blue, right?
Yeah. Yes. Tam was.
Yeah. So we will have Wembley join us on next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
In that class?
Yeah. So that'll be fun. He's a fun student.
Yeah.
Miss Stallion, sorry to interrupt. I can't log into the website, the Moodle today.
Yeah, so there's something wrong with the website. It's down at the moment. We're trying to fix it. So what you can do is just Google Moodle.
Just Google it.
Google Moodle and then go to your sign in. You should have a sign in there. And you don't really need it today. So what we're going to do, okay. So if you don't want to bother, don't worry about it. Hopefully it'll be sorted by tomorrow.
Yep.
We've got our IT guy on it. So I'm just going to share what we're going to do anyway. So, okay, so we are going to look at modals. All right, does anybody know what a modal is?
Like have to, need to, must to, should.
Exactly. So this word here is important. This is ability. Okay, so when we use the word can, for example, I can walk. Like I'm able to walk. Okay, so it helps us, they're verbs, and it helps us explain, what we can do, what we're able to do. Another word here, the possibility. So I must attend class. I must eat dinner. Okay, so it's the possibility is something that may happen in the future. or we're able to do it. So you guys will be traveling. You can travel to beautiful Indonesia. So this is in your Moodle, but yeah, if you can't get into it, don't worry. But there's some listening at the beginning, which we don't use that. So we're going to go straight down here to the grammar. Okay, so we've got our modal verbs here. So Richie, can you read this from modal verbs?
Modal verbs: can, could, may, might, must, will, would, shall, should, ought to, need. Are auxiliary verbs that give information about ability, possibility, or necessity.
Okay, do you have any idea what this word means, Richie?
Auxiliaries look like something extra.
Exactly. Yes, something added on, something that's helpful. Like a tent can have an extra section which we can add on easily. So we can call that an auxiliary.
Normally we saw on the like microphone auxiliary input MP3. I saw that word too.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, good work. I never even thought about that. Clever. Yeah. Clever. Okay, so Tam, can you read the next one, the black one, and then the 2 lines in purple, please?
Okay. Modal verbs are followed by the infinitive without to, and their form doesn't change. He could speak French and Italian. Not.
He could not speak French or Italian. Okay. Next one.
Could not you speak French before you live there?
Yeah, so this one, we don't really use not in the sentence. We can say he could not speak French, but we don't say, could you not speak French? Sometimes maybe a parent will say to their child, could you not be naughty today? But it's not proper grammar. Okay, so this is the way we need to use in this type of sentence structure. Okay, and then we've got our tense down here. So Chloe Lai, can you read number 1, ability, and read what's in the black box, please?
Yep. 1, ability. We use following verbs to talk about ability. Present, can, can't, be able to, manage to, I can't swim.
Yep.
Past, couldn't, be able to, manage to, they wouldn't be able to find out his name. Perfect, be able to, manage to, have you managed to finish the report yet? Future, be able to, manage to, I won't be able to meet you later.
So we can see that depending on the tense, we need to change them a little bit. So can becomes could. We can see that be able to, manage to, that stays the same. So once again, in English, we have rules, but then they change depending on the tense. Okay, Farouk, can you read this next one? So this black sentence and then the 2 purple sentences, please.
It is more common to use can or could to talk about general ability in the present and past than be able to. Can you remember much about it? Are you able to remember? He could speak French and Italian, but he couldn't remember his name.
Yeah, so we don't say, are you able to remember? We don't say, are you able to speak French? Or he was able to speak French, or he is able to speak French. We shorten it to could and can. Could and can are very, 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 very common in English. Okay, next one, please, Bayu.
To talk about ability, on one specific occasion in the past we used golden. Wasn't, weren't able to, but no cold.
Yeah, so this is that word ability, which means we can do something. And it's on one specific occasion. So it's not something that we talk about, you know, I could swim very well when I was young, but now I can't.
No,
We're only just talking about this incident here. So obviously the police are looking for a criminal or something, and they were able to find out. We would not say the police could find out. We could say the police couldn't find out, but this is probably a little bit better in this situation. So can you read both of these? Sorry, Bayu.
Yep. The police were able to find out that he could speak French and Italian. He couldn't remember who he was.
Okay. All right, next one. We'll go back to Tam, please.
We sometimes use minute to show that something is difficult to achieve. I have finally managed to give up smoking after all this year.
Okay, remember, Tam, that this is a contraction. So instead of saying the full two words, don't say I have, say I've. Yeah, I've finally managed. So this here is, this is a nice way of using a modal because it shows a level of ability. Okay, sometimes kids are very bad at, you know, math when they're young, but they've managed to work hard so they become better at math in high school, something like that. Okay, next one, please, Richie.
We use be able to or manage to with perfect or future forms. Apparently, he's been able to find his family. Within a year, he'll probably be able to remember quite a lot.
Yep, good. So once again, it's not as strong as manage.
Manage.
But we can use manage here easily. Apparently, he's managed to find his family. Within a year, he'll probably manage to remember quite a lot. But it's not as strong as manage. All right, let's go to number 2, other uses of can. So number 1 was the ability, shows our ability, how we're able to do things. And then we've got other uses of can. So Chloe, can you just finish off what's on this page, please?
Yep. Number 2, other uses of can. We use can to mean sometimes. People can do funny things when they've experienced something terrible. People sometimes do funny things. We also use can to ask for and give permission. Can I borrow the car this afternoon? You can borrow it, but I need it later this evening.
Yeah, this is an important one to remember, to use can in the right way. So can I? Back when my grandparents were young, they might have said, may I borrow the car? But this is common. Can I borrow the car this afternoon, Dad? You cannot borrow it. Okay, let's go to number 3, possibility. Faru, can you read the box and this black paragraph here?
Okay, teacher. three possibility. We use must, might, could, couldn't, and can't. When there is some evidence, information, or belief that something is probably or possibly true or not true, the modal verb we choose depends on the strength of the evidence we have to support our ideas. Very likely, must. Possible, might, could, might not. Very unlikely, can't, couldn't.
Yeah, so can you guys see the difference? This one here, possible. This is not sure, is it? I might get a new job next week, but I'm not sure. I must get a new job next week. I need to pay my bills. So that is very certain, very unlikely. I can't get a new job. I'm, not able to start at a new job, so I can't do that. Or I've been very sick. I can't get a new job at the moment. Okay, Richie, can you read this paragraph? So the two black lines and the three purple sentences, please.
Could, may, and might express the same degree of possibility. He may, might, could remember some things already. Couldn't express the same possibility as can.
Probability. It's a different word. Probability.
Probability.
Good.
Probability. My mouth, sorry. Yeah.
That's all right. You're saying it right. You just need to practice fast. Probability.
Probability.
There you go.
As can. It is usually used to talk about the past. The police realized he couldn't be Canadian. It means it was very unlikely that he was Canadian.
Okay, so this one, he couldn't possibly be Canadian. Like that's actually pretty sure. He couldn't be Canadian because he had an American passport, for example. Okay, next one, Richie. Just ignore that. That's just a printing error.
Be careful or danger.
Yeah, be careful. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's meant to be there.
Yeah.
So this is dangerous grammar, everybody. Dangerous grammar.
Oh, you notice. May not and might not do not express the same sorry.
That's okay. Let's break it into two. Yeah, perfect.
Probability as couldn't.
Good.
The supermarket may not be open today because it's a bank's holiday.
Okay, good. So I'm not sure why that's so dangerous.
Yeah, cool.
So that's pretty similar. This one I would say is fairly sure, but this one not so sure, even though they're using it in the same way. Does that make sense, Richie? You okay with that?
When I got the list, very likely possibility and very unlikely, I understand, but when it comes to the speaking, it looked to me the same.
Yeah. Well, I guess you can use most of these where are we? You can use most of these modals in the same way. Like they're all showing your ability. So we're just trying to break it down even smaller. Okay, so yeah, you might get confused, but it's that practice that we need with grammar. So it looks a bit unsure to you, but to me, I would say, so this one here, for example, if I was going to say may or might, I'd say it with a question. He might remember some things already. But if I said could, I'd be like, yeah, he could remember some things already. I'd be a bit more sure about this one. Okay. And couldn't is really just using it in the correct tense. Couldn't is the past tense. Remember when we come up here and we've got the past, see couldn't? Yeah, so we use it, he can't, he couldn't, he can't lift heavy things anymore because he had an accident, or he couldn't lift heavy things in the past, but he's better now. Does that help, or did I make you more confused?
I know it's couldn't we used in the past, but when we express, that's why this one is look dangerous.
Yeah, it might be a printing, like sometimes, you know, when symbols come through on a PDF, it might be that.
Yeah.
But I don't know why they're warning you. Yeah, I can't see anything important about that other than the other one. So let's pretend it's not there. So everyone just calm down, no danger, no grammar danger. All right, we're up to present. So Bayu, please, can you read this, all of the present example?
Yep. Present. We use may, not, might, not, could, couldn't, must, can, infinitive, without to talk about possibility in the present. He may remember some things already. It is possible he remembers some things now. It can be very easy living with someone who doesn't remember any of the past. It is very unlikely that is easy.
Yeah, all right. So I wouldn't say it is very unlikely.
Unlikely.
I would say it can't be very easy living with someone who doesn't remember. You know, if people get very old and they get dementia, it can't be easy living with someone who doesn't remember the past. As I'm giving you these examples, listen to the expression, the way I'm saying it as well. That makes a difference with these modal verbs. All right, next one, Bayu.
We use my, not, might, not, could, couldn't, must, can, be, in to talk about things possibly happening or in progress at the time of speaking. They must be having a difficult time adjusting to it all. The phone is engaged. She might be talking to her sister on the phone.
Okay, so this is engaged. We say it like gay, like when somebody's gay, engaged. Awesome. So we can see that this one is probably the present, just the present tense, and this one is the present continuous tense. All right, we're up to past. So back to Tam. Can you read all of this, please, Tam?
We can use may not, might not, couldn't, could not, couldn't.
Exactly. Good work, Tam.
Must, can't, have, past, participle to talk. Participle to talk about possibility in the past. In the attack, he must have his head. There is strong evidence that he hit his head.
Good.
He could have head and wife and children. This is a possible situation.
Yay,
situation.
Perfect.
Yeah, he can't have been married. There is strong evidence that he wasn't married.
Okay, all right, that's that's pretty straightforward. Do you guys all understand that? Any questions? We'll keep reading, Tam.
Oh, sorry, teacher.
No,
We
that's all
can
right.
use
No, my fault.
We can use may not, might not, couldn't, must, can't, has been, plus ink to talk about things possibly happening or in process in the past. He might have been trying to run away from his past.
Okay, interesting. So that's possible. We don't know why he's living in this strange new city. Maybe he's trying to run away from his past. Mysterious. Okay, so now we're up to future. So who are we up to reading? I think Chloe Lai.
Yep. Future. We can use may not, might not, and could not in plus infinity without to talk about possibility or uncertainty in the future. It could make a total recovery one day.
Good.
We can use may, not, might, not, could, not, must, can't be with ing to talk about things possible happening at a time in the future. I might be meeting John later.
Good. Thank you.
No worries.
Okay, let's go to Farouk. Can you just read the purple and black? So to here.
Okay, teacher. For expressing possibility and opinions in written text. Models are very important in written text because they soften the message and help to show that the author is expressing an opinion rather than a proven fact. Might is very common in these kinds of text as well as can used to mean sometimes.
Okay, so this word here, Faru, when we say this word, we don't really hear the t sound, so it's soften.
Soften.
Yeah. And this is what you need to remember when you're writing your essays. So for example, when you come to the example part or you're giving evidence, you don't have the real facts. You don't have the scientist sitting next to you saying, this is the fact. So if you're talking about like statistics, for example, you know, how many people live in a city that work, it could, the rate of unemployment could increase in the future because the factory closed down. Okay, so it's not definite. If the scientist or the researcher was sitting there, you could say, yes, for sure, when the factory closes down, unemployment will rise. But without the fact, you need to use these type of modals when you write. It could happen, it might happen. It's a possibility, it might be a very high possibility, but you don't have that exact fact. All right, so let's read some examples. So Richie, are you right to read the whole box?
Yes, teacher. No. Compare these sentences and teacher's comments. Student work. Students work.
Good.
People are unkind about their colleagues.
Colleagues.
Colleague.
This is a different word to college. A colleague, you guys are all colleagues in your class.
Colleague.
Your workmates, your study mates, your colleagues.
Colleague.
Yeah.
Colleagues. But it is simply because they are feeling insecure at work.
Okay, so what's the comment, Richie?
Teacher's comment. How do you know this?
So that's what I was talking about, having the expert sitting next to you. You don't know this. You really can't prove that. It might be true, but you really can't prove it, right?
Yeah, just unlikely. Yeah, to me, unlikely. That's not really.
Yeah, it's people. This is very
unkind.
It's like really factual. People are unkind. You know, they're stating a true fact according to their opinion.
Is it the same, similar word to unlikely, unkind?
Oh, no, unkind. So people are unkind is saying that people aren't very nice about their colleagues.
Oh,
so
yeah,
their
the word kind,
workmates,
nice.
yeah, kind
so
as in kind and
opposite.
considerate. Yeah, no, it's a different word. So unkind is not kind, not kind person, not nice. All right, the next one, please, Richie.
People can be unkind about their colleague, but it may simply be because they are feeling insecure at work.
And then what did the teacher say?
Good sentence. And
yeah, that's it. Good sentence, because they've just popped these modals in here. Can you see? People can be unkind. People are unkind. Can is your opinion. People can be unkind. It's not as factual as people are unkind. You know, we would look at that. Yeah, so we would look at that and say that's not 100% true, because sometimes there are exceptions to this statement. We know that. And then here, what modal have they used here?
It may.
Yeah. But it may simply be because they're feeling insecure at work. It could be that people are unkind because they're just not a nice person. Like they're just horrible to other people, you know. It might not have anything to do with feeling insecure. Do you understand what insecure means, Richard?
Yeah, insecure means you don't feel safe. But
yeah, you don't feel safe. You don't feel confident. Yeah, often bullies are insecure about themselves, which is why they're mean to other people. But it could be just they're just not a nice person. They're just a horrible person. So, okay, next one, Richie.
Banning cars with high fuel consumption is a good idea. It will result in less pollution. And the teacher comments, this is a very strong opinion.
And what do you think makes it a strong opinion?
Because they don't use any like the verb may or something, just banning. It just is and will result like
exactly is is a good idea and will result. So I think we all have enough knowledge that we know this is true, but there are other reasons, right? Yeah. That will actually result in less pollution. We can do other things in the world now. So it's not, this is too strong. This is a too like cause effect finished. Yeah. And once again, where's the expert? You know, if you were actually writing this in a proper essay, you would need to say that this is what, you know, Professor Smith said, and you would trust Professor Smith because he's been researching it and he knows the facts. He's been doing it for 20, 30 years, but you've just come along and written it down. So, you know, no offense, Richie, but who are you?
You just get a result without research.
yeah. All right, and let's go to the alternative.
Yep. Banning cars with high fuel consumption may be a good idea, as it could result in a less pollution. And the teacher's comment, good sentence, you are making your opinion softer.
So, well, this time we do hear the sound, softer. This one, soften, softer. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, that leads us right back to this point here. They soften the message. They're not as they're not they're not a very strong opinion. All right, so now we've got alternatives to modals. Who are we up to? Let's go to Bayu this time, please. Number 5.
Yep. Number 5, alternatives to modals. Adverb like certainly, probably, possibly, perhaps, and maybe can be used to express similar ideas to modal verbs.
Good.
He had probably been attacked and robbed.
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 Good.
He must have been attacked.
Okay. And keep going.
We can use it plus be plus certain, likely, probably, possibly, impossible to express ability, probability, and possibility. It is possible to program your computer to translate text automatically. You can program your computer. It is possible that the train will be late. The train might be late.
All right, so we can see that these two sentences, it's very clear the differences. It is possible. You can do it. You can program your computer. It's very possible. This one, it's possible. That's a bit of a maybe, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but we do know that if you have the right specifications in front of you, that's what your computer can do.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can use them in different ways, the same phrase. And these sort of words, probably possible, we would use those more in writing, not so much in conversation with friends. Maybe if you went into a computer store, they would say to you, it is possible to program your computer. If you're at a train station, the station master or the train, you know, whoever looks after trains these days at the station, you might say, oh, are the trains running on time? Oh, it's possible it might be late today. With no clear instructions, no more information. So nobody knows if they get to work on time. Yeah. Okay, so these are alternatives that we can swap. We can swap them out from may, could, might. Okay, so now we've got some fun exercises. So let's do them one at a time. We'll do them together. So we've got to underline the most suitable word. Looks like somebody's already underlined that one. Sometimes both options are possible. All right, number 1, who are we up to? Faru? So basically you want tell me what you think is the better word out of these options, okay?
He's a concert pianist and he can to play all Beethoven's sonatas.
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 So which do you think is the better? Is it can or manages to?
Can.
Yeah, because he's a concert pianist. If it was Angel who had been playing, maybe he really loves the piano and he practices, but he's only 10. So you might say he manages to play or
sorry, can you say it again?
So a concert pianist is a professional.
Yep.
Okay, but Angel might have piano lessons for the next 10 years. He might be really, really good, but he's still a kid and he's not a professional. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you would say he's a pianist, which means he can play. You wouldn't say this, and he manages to play, which this word is not as strong as can in this sentence. All right, so you picked it right, but look at the other words for your clues. Okay, everybody, so let's go to number 2. We'll go back to, I think, Chloe Lai this time, please.
When I live in a small town, I could walk almost everywhere, but now I live in the capital city. I need a car.
So which do you like better?
I could maybe because I was able to. It's like ability to walk.
You know what though, Chloe, you can use both of these.
Okay.
Sorry.
But in my deep inside, I think could is possible because I was able to is like I have ability to walk.
Yeah, okay, so physically is
Yeah.
what you're saying, right? Okay. But if you go back up here to the very beginning, about ability, possibility, or necessity. So the ability in this case isn't just a physical ability, it's like think of these words sort of as the same. So I was able to walk could mean you live in a small town. So it was possible to walk everywhere because you could get to the shops quicker by walking. You didn't need to go as far when you needed like a car in the bigger city. Okay.
Yep.
So, and also even necessity. We could use necessity because when I lived in a small town, it was necessary to walk almost everywhere. So let's think of a really small town. Maybe they don't even have a lot of roads. So maybe you don't even you're not able to drive a car, and that's not a physical ability like able, disabled. It's impossible to drive a car in certain areas of the road because the roads just aren't, they're not good roads. You can only walk on the roads. They're dirt tracks or something, right?
Yeah.
All right.
So
sorry.
We can use both, right?
Yes, you can use both. So that's why we've got this sentence. Sometimes both options are possible. All right, let's go to number 3, please, Bayu.
Yep. They worked all night and I think cold to finish the report just in time.
Have a little think. So just think about the situation. They've been working all night, right?
All night, yeah, bro.
And the report's due in the morning. So that's a big effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
If you're working all night because you for whatever reason, like it was a last minute request from your boss and you had to put the report in the next day. So where did we use manage to make it explain the degree? Here we go. Here, see this sentence here?
Sometimes you manage to show that something is difficult to achieve.
Okay, so managed.
I finally managed to give up smoking after all these years.
So think of it like struggle. Do you know the word struggle, Bayu?
I don't know, miss.
Okay, so it's really hard to give up smoking, right? Because it's got
Yeah.
addictive substances. So people struggle to quit. It's hard, like struggle. If you were climbing a tree and it didn't have many branches, you were climbing up to get a coconut and it was really,
Yep.
really, really high, that would be a struggle, right? That's hard to do. So we use this sometimes, manage to show that it's difficult, it's hard, it's a struggle to achieve, to finish.
To finish.
So when we go back down here to our example, we've got, they worked all night. So that's hard. Nobody wants to work all night. I don't want to work all night, but sometimes you have to if your boss said, I need the report in the morning. Okay, so this time it's better to use manage because it shows the struggle that they've gone through to finish in time.
Ah, all right.
Yeah, does it help? It's still probably a bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it's help.
Okay, so when you go back to Indonesia, you'd be
Yep.
like, oh, I managed to learn excellent English after nearly 2 years. Okay, or you could be all like smart and smug and say, yeah, I could speak English.
Yes, must be.
Yeah, right. All right, let's go to number 4, Tam, please.
The protesters.
Protesters. People that protest, you know, people that go out in the street and say like, we want gay rights, we want equal marriage, we no pollution, we want Trump to go away. So they're protesters.
Protesters.
Yeah.
Didn't. Hang on, teacher. Couldn't pressure the president to change the law.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good. I think you could use both, but I think couldn't works pretty strongly here. So they didn't manage to. Okay, so even though they went to all the effort, their efforts were, they didn't succeed, but couldn't. That they just did not achieve their job. They couldn't. So that's probably a little bit clearer. And this word here is persuade. Okay, all right. So good work, Tam. Nice. Faru, number 5.
Next year, she will be able to join the club, but she's not old enough yet.
Yeah, good. That one's good. You can still use can. It still works, but this one is even more clear, right? Yeah, because she will, like, it's a result, a very clear result of when she turns, 18 or whatever. All right, Richie, number 6.
In my country, it is able to get very cold in the winter.
So this time it will be can. Yeah, we wouldn't use is able to. In my country, it is able to get a license very easily. It is able. No, even so, no, I don't like that. Just dismiss that altogether. In my country, it can get very cold in the winter.
First, my first option, my first one I'm about to choose can, but I'm thinking maybe I try to just is about to, but like you mentioned, be about to get a license. It sound more.
Yeah, just forget I said that. I was wrong. Yeah, no, in my country, it would have to be I am able to get a license very easily. But in this, because we would never say in my country it is able, because what is it? It has to be.
It can be true, it can be right or wrong.
Well, not necessarily. So pretend can isn't there. In my country, it is able. What is it? A dog, a person?
Okay.
It is able to get very cold. So something that is able to get cold. You know, it's just the grammar's all wrong with that one. I'm sorry. But it can get very cold. In Victoria, it can get very hot. In Queensland, it can get very cold. We just don't say it is able. All right. Okay, let's go to number 7. Chloe Lowe.
I was nearly late as the bus didn't come, but luckily I could get a taxi.
All right. So what do you think? You think it's could?
Yeah, because manage is like a big effort, you say before.
Well, yeah, but let's go back to the situation. I was nearly late as the bus didn't come. You don't want to be late. The bus didn't come. That's not your fault. You're standing there, you just waiting. You don't know what happened. So you start to stress that you're not going to get to work on time. How are you going to get to work? Luckily, I managed to get a taxi, you know, whew. I managed to get a taxi. The effort is in the situation.
Okay. Noted. Thank you.
Okay. All right. Number 8. Let's go to Faru.
I hope that I will be sorry. I hope that I will manage to do some sightseeing when I'm in New York next week on business, but I've got a busy schedule.
Yeah, okay. So I think both do work, but because we've got this last part of the sentence, you know, oh, how will I manage some sightseeing? I'm not sure. Will I be able to organize it? So yeah, there is a little bit more effort in that one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So if this part of the sentence wasn't here, it would be probably better using I will be able to. Yeah, I hope I will be able to do some sightseeing when I'm in New York next week on business. So, you know, maybe you just work in the day and you can go out at night, but this person's got a busy schedule. The effort is in the situation. All right, last one. Very good, Faru. You got that one. Last one. Let's go to Bayu.
Yep. She didn't get good enough grades to do her first choice of university, but she could able to get a place at another one.
Okay, so our choice is could or was able to.
Could to get a place at another one. She didn't get good enough grades.
So think of the whole situation.
Her first choice of university, but she could to get a place at another.
No,
one.
not the two. The two is part of the phrase, was able to.
Oh.
Because it's, can you see how it's in italics?
Yeah. The choice is could and was able to.
Exactly, yeah.
She didn't get good enough grades to go to her first choice of university, but she I think was able to get a place at another one.
Perfect. You got it. Yep, that's it. Because the situation's a little bit you know, she really wants to go to this university, you know,
Yeah.
but luckily she got a place at another one.
Another one, yeah.
You probably would say she didn't get her first choice, but she could get a place at another one. But because it's got this extra information, you know, she didn't
Yep.
want to. It's a little bit more specific. She was able to. So
Hey.
whew, lucky. Yeah. All right, let's have a little break.
Yep.
And I'll put I think my computer's going flat. Okay, all right, guys. Yeah, break time. Woohoo.
All right, miss.
We're back, everyone. Did you guys hear my music while we were on break?
No, teacher.
Okay, sorry. There's something wrong with my speakers. I don't know. All right, so we will get going with this really fun grammar. Okay, so we're going to match the sentence on the right. So this one here, for example, this is what we need to match to. He has a British passport. So they've chosen he must be British. Okay, must is very clear. Might, well, he has to be British because he's got a British passport. Okay, if I went to New Zealand, they wouldn't say, oh, she might be Australian. They'd be like, no, she is Australian because she has a British passport and she speaks like this. Okay, so let's go to number 2. Tam, can you do number 2? So we need to match this. We need to find the use of the modal which matches this one. So read the sentence here first, Tam, and then yep.
I just saw him in the corridor.
Corridor, perfect. You said it
corridor,
perfect.
yeah, talking to a student.
Do you know what corridor is, Tam?
No.
Like a hallway.
Hallway.
Hallway. So you know when you're at school and you've got all the classrooms?
Yeah.
And then in the middle is where you walk up and down to get to your next class. That's the corridor.
Oh, okay.
Okay. All right.
I think be our teacher may not be off sick.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, may not be off sick. So you saw your teacher in the corridor talking to a student. So you know they're not sick, but it doesn't mean they're actually coming to class, right? So this one here is probably also true. Can't be off sick because I just saw him, but we don't know. Maybe he's sick, but he's just had to pop in quickly and then go home or something. All right, number 3, Chloe. So read the matching one first.
Yep. I advise you to take some warm clothes just in case. It can be cold in Delhi in December.
Okay, so is that your answer?
Yeah, it can be cold.
Yeah, that's it. You got it. That one's pretty clear. All right, number 4, Bayu.
Yep. He wasn't home when I called at 7. My answer is John might have been working late last night. Yeah. Ini kurang.
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
You can hear me? Okay, I think my camera just died. Are we okay if we just keep going without my camera? Can you do that?
Yeah, I'm okay, miss.
All right, thanks, Bayu. Thanks, everyone. Okay, so what do you think the answer is, Bayu?
Letter B. John might have been working late last night.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah, exactly. All right, number 5. Are you there, Faru? No. All right, Richie, can you do number 5? So read this one.
He has share in the most successful company of all time. He must be a millionaire.
Yeah, that's pretty easy, right? All right, number 6, Chloe.
It depends if I finish my essay before then. I may come to the lecture this afternoon.
Good, excellent. Tam, number 7.
Not many people pass it. The exam must have been very difficult.
Yeah, good, excellent. Good work, everyone. You're getting them all right. Okay, Faru, so if you just read this one here, can you read this sentence? We've got to match which use of the modal.
Okay.
Okay, so read this one first.
Which number, teacher? Number.
So can you see number 8?
Oh, that's answer.
Yeah, I want you to read this one first. So you need to match the sentence on the right. So read this. We will.
We will have to give him directions.
Okay, so what do you think matches that sentence?
Hang on, teacher.
Sorry, my camera is just stopped working as well. Sorry, Faru. So it's just my voice.
Hi, teacher. Abby, John might not know how to get here.
Yeah, perfect. Yeah. All right. Good work, everyone. That was really good, really clear. All right. So this time we're going to replace the underlined phrases with a suitable past. Remember, it's the past tense modal phrase, and a phrase is more than one word. So we've got this one here is underlined, this one, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so there's only 3 paragraphs. We might split, how many go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we'll split the first one into 3. So Richie, can you start reading and then do number 1, please?
Okay. The mummy of Dechma Taishang.
Very good. That was good.
I hope.
That was actually really good. Yep, good. Keep going.
A young woman from the 9th century BC lies behind a glass display in the Royal Ontario Museum. 2,800 years ago, she lived in Tibet with her husband on the east bank of the river Nile.
Okay, I'll just stop you there. So we say 2,800.
Not 2,800, teacher.
We say 2,800 years ago.
2,800 years ago.
And this is Thebes.
Thebes.
Yeah, it's an ancient capital of Egypt, Thebes.
Thebes.
Yeah. All right, keep going.
They were well off, although as a double income couple without children. And they underline the word it is likely they were rather unusual.
Okay, so what would you like to change here? So you want a suitable, so something that fits well. Past, okay, we're talking about a woman that lived 2,800 years ago, and we want a phrase.
They were well off, although things so a couple without children. They must. It is likely they were it means they must, because likely they must couple without children income. Although as a double income couple without children, it is likely they were rather unusual. They must, they were, no.
Would you like to go back and have a look at the examples of the different modals for the past?
Oh, can't have been.
So these are phrases because there are more than one word, right?
They
And
can't have
it's
been.
past.
They must have hit, couldn't have, can't have been.
Okay, can you remember those?
Yep.
So what do you think might fit instead of this phrase here?
I saw the underline, the answer already, teacher, but I don't really want to use that. I don't know why.
No, this is wrong. Well, it's not wrong. They want you to replace it.
Replace it.
So if you were rewriting this, if you were copying this out on your paper, you would not write this. You would write something like
Must have been.
these
Must have
ones.
been. Can't have been married.
Not married, the ones in the dark letters.
Can't have been. Could have been. If it past, could have been.
Could have been, can't have been. Because the word after it is...
Were.
This is unusual,
Unusual.
which means like strange, not common. Okay, so what they're trying to get you to think about. So this lady here was married to her husband. They both worked, so there were two incomes, but they had no children. So so it is likely. Yep, sorry.
They haven't been married. Is it right?
No, forget the word married.
What
What I want you to actually look at are the words that are in the bold. So must have, could have, had, can't have been. Can I help you?
Couldn't have.
Yeah, so let's try could have this one. Good. Good work. So now say the full sentence with could have probably been.
Yeah. Been,
So say the sentence again.
They couldn't. They could
No,
have
from
been.
here, Richie.
They were well off, although as a job or income, couple without children.
They could have.
They could have been from rather unusual.
Yeah. So as you're saying it, does it make more sense? They could have been rather unusual.
They could have. I saw the answer since the first time, teacher, but I just don't get how we use that word because rather unusual. I know the word unusual, but rather unusual. So
So rather unusual. This is an adjective. So it's not just unusual. It's extra unusual.
Extra.
It's rare in this society that people with two jobs in their family have no children.
Without children have been.
So what we're doing, Richie, is we're taking the underlined phrase away. and we're putting something else there. And if we use those phrases that we looked at in the dark purple, in the bold, it's a past modal phrase. So they were well off, although as a double income couple without children, they could have been rather unusual.
Could have been. It could have been rather than usual.
Rather unusual. They could have been rather. Now, we don't, so think about the word soften. Like they've used likely, which means it probably was unusual. But if we use the word could have, or the phrase could have been, what we're saying is that we really don't know 100%. But in this society, 2,800 years ago, probably if you were doing really well and you had 2 jobs, you would probably want to have children because you could afford it. So why would these people not have children? It's not common. We think it's not common in this society. You're a bit confused still, aren't you, Richie?
Yeah, teacher.
What are you confused?
The word the end rather unusual. I just don't understand that when they put a rather and unusual. I mean, I'm rather not doing this. I'm rather going there.
Oh, you're thinking of rather as in like and a choice. Okay.
Yeah, a choice. Yeah, that's why I couldn't.
Yeah.
I saw the answer already on the first one.
I got you. I understand.
I just wondering how come they come with that word, which is I got it, but I don't get it. You know.
Yeah. No. So in this case, they're using the word rather to emphasize unusual. They're making unusual even more rare. So I can say, I saw some beautiful roses that were a very, very beautiful red color, and they were rather striking. It just means extra striking. Those roses compared to what other roses that I've seen were rather striking. It's just a way that we use the word rather in English. It's not common. It's just making this word unusual, extra unusual. I could use the word extra. Without children could have been extra unusual, more than unusual.
They could have been. They could have been.
Even more unusual than what we think, what we assume.
Yeah.
What I want you to do, Richie, I want you to write rather unusual down. And I want you to look up phrases that have rather in them, okay? Later on.
Rather. Yep.
All right, so if you see more examples, it will become clear to you what I mean.
Maybe I just get confused with the word rather than. I started getting.
Yeah, you're thinking I want to eat apples rather than oranges for breakfast.
Rather.
Yeah.
It was just rather unusual. Okay, I got it now.
Yeah, so you look that up and you try to figure out different ways. Like I used the example of the roses. Those roses were rather beautiful compared to the other ones. All right, let's go to the next one. Tam, can you read from this lady's name?
Oh. DJ Mahates.
That's okay.
DJ Mastesan. DJ Mastesan.
That's all right. It's not an English word. It's an ancient Egyptian name. You're not expected to know that one. You'll never use this word in your life.
Yes.
So
was
keep, yep.
Was a musician at the Great Temple of Enam-Lee.
Yeah, it's actually Amun-Re.
Amun-Re at nearby Karnak.
Karnak, yep, perfect. That's the name of a place. Yep.
Where her husband was temple doorkeeper.
Temple doorkeeper.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is possible that the jobs at the temple provided the couple with a small wage and other benefit to supplement their main income from a price of fertile Nile land on which tree it is possible that they grow crop of barley, sesame or date.
Okay, so these are food. This is food, barley, like wheat, sesame,
or sesame
yep,
or date.
or dates. Okay, so there were lots of hard words in there. This one here, supplement. Yep, it sometimes means, so this looks like this small wage at the temple looks like their part-time job. So they could put that money towards, they could add it to their big income, their big job. So if you needed to buy a car, you wanted to save up for a car and you had one job, maybe you get another job for a while. So what we say is the income, the money you get from your part-time job would supplement your main income from your full-time job. So you add them together and then you can afford a car. Does that make sense, Tam?
Yeah, a little bit hard. Yeah, I'll try.
It's hard. I can see your brain's working. All right, let's see if we can at least try to change this one here. So we want to change, it is possible that their jobs at the temple provided. We want to use a past, so we're thinking past tense, a modal, which is all these words, could, may, might, may, and a phrase, which is more than one word. So what do you think you might put in there?
Could, possible.
So can is present.
Present. As past.
Think about the past.
Could.
Yep, good.
Could, right?
Yep, good.
Is could that?
Could have.
Could have.
Yeah.
Possible?
No, we want to take the word possible away.
Oh, okay. Is it could could have that their job at the temple provided?
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there.
Keep talking, teacher. Keep reading.
No, you're not, you need to keep working on this. I'm going to get someone else to change number 3 so they can
yeah,
turn. So I just want you to try this. So you've used the word could. Now that's okay,
yeah.
but there's a better word. So let's go back and have a look at the different modals. The one I think would work the best. So we want to go back to this past. These are the examples, like when we were talking with Richie.
Could have had. Could have. Can't have.
No.
Can't have been. No.
No. I'm going to help you with this one, Tam.
Yes.
Tam's like, yes, do it. Okay, so it would be better to use may or might.
Okay.
All right. So could, you're on the right track with could. It was in the past. It's a past form of can.
Yeah.
Okay, but may is more of a guess, right? It may have helped.
Okay.
Like may have helped. Maybe it was helpful. So if we change this, okay, so it may be that their jobs at the temple provided. It may be.
It may be that their job at the temple provided.
Yeah. So it's not a fact, is it? It's not, we don't know for sure because this is 2,800 years ago. But maybe, which is the same as possible. Okay, could be possible. It could be possible. We're not sure. But we could just slip. It may be that their jobs at the temple provided.
Okay.
Okay, so I can see you're
Thank
still
you,
confused, but it's practice.
Yes.
All right, so let's go to Chloe, and I want you to do number 3, Chloe.
Yes. Which could have been possible that they grew crops.
Take possible out of it.
Oh, yeah. Could have been. Sorry. Supplement their main income from a piece of. It on which might be that they grew crops or barley, seasoning, or dates. It could have had that. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, I'll help you, okay?
Yeah.
All right, so let's cross this out. That might make it clearer. And then what I'm going to do is write answer. So the sentence goes, it may have been possible that it may be that their jobs at the temple provided the couple with a small wage and other benefits to supplement their main income from a piece of fertile land on which they might have grown crops. Okay, so Chloe, could you read that whole sentence with this?
Okay. From which part? The
Number 2.
supplement? Okay. It might be that their jobs at the temple provided the couple with a small wage and other benefits to supplement their main income from a piece of fertile Nile land on which they might have grown crops of barley, seasoning, or dates.
Okay. So what I can see is happening, it's not obvious to you what you actually need to change and what you need to leave in, right? But remember, what you're doing is you're taking this idea of something that may or may not be true and you're using a modal, okay?
Yeah.
That's our whole point of what we're trying to do right now. Okay, so oh bugger, it's 7:30. Bayu and Faru, you didn't get to do it. Do you want to do it or do you want to go? Do you want to do it, Angel?
Yes, I don't want to do it.
You don't want to do it? Was that a no, Faru? Have you said no?
I have a try.
Oh, you want to have a
Yeah.
go? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. That means you have to do it too, Bayu.
Yeah, number 4, teacher.
Yes, next. Yeah, so the next paragraph.
It is possible.
Oh no, I still want you to read the oh, all right, yeah, do what you're doing. Yeah, let's do it quick. All right, good work.
It is possible she was anxious about her inability to have children uncertainly as she approached her 30s.
30s, number 30, 30s.
Okay, 30s. No, of course, it is possible she was. I think in that. Okay. She could have. Yes, you like it?
That's I do. Yep, good.
She could have. She could have anxious about her inability to have children uncertainly.
Okay, so that was really, really close. So she could have, and remember the be verb, Faru, she could have been.
Sorry, teacher?
She could have been.
She could have been.
Anxious, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So we wouldn't just go, she could have anxious, she has to be something, okay? We still need that verb. Okay, she could have been anxious, and been is the past form of be, right?
Yep.
Okay, it's really good. Excellent, Farouk. Give yourself a big clap. Hello, Angel. You can show off to all your friends when you get back to Indonesia. You can say, "Oh, I speak English so well." Sorry, I don't want to speak in Indonesian. I'd rather speak in English, please. All right, Bayu, quick. You want to try and do the end of the sentence?
Yep. It is highly like.
Start from here so it makes sense because
Right.
it's the same sentence. As she.
As she approached her 30s,
Yep.
it is highly likely that she worried about her health.
Yeah.
And continue reading?
No, don't worry about it. Let's just finish up with you. I just want you to see if you can change this one. So it is highly likely that she was worried. What would you put there instead? What modal? What past modal? Remember, modal is the words we've been using like may, might, could. We want a past form of that.
I think she might worried about her health.
Yep, that's really, really close. So same as Farouk, you need that be verb in there. She might have.
So she might have worried about her health.
Yeah. You can also use she might have been worried because it's so long ago, it's in the past, but you can
Yep.
say she might have worried about her health. And because they've used this word highly likely,
Yep.
Yeah, she might
She-
might still works, but we could probably even do that a little bit stronger, right? Because it's
Yep.
highly likely. As we all know, any woman in any world, anywhere, once they get like older, they know they have less chance of having children. Okay, we know that for a fact, right? Okay, but that was really good. You got it. You understood that we're just changing these words like possible and likely to use a modal. Okay, that's our whole point of what we did today. All right, guys, you've all got slightly confused looks on your face. So what I want you to do is I want you to listen really carefully when you hear native speakers.
Yes, Angel.
I want you to listen really carefully when you're listening to like native speakers or English on the TV and see if you can like hear those modal words. Could, might, may. All right. Is that something you can try? I think it'll help you understand. I think your brain will like click even more during the week about this. And it is in your Moodle, so you can go back and look at the instructions that we all read together at the beginning about the grammar rules. All right. All right, guys. Well, I will see you next week. When do you go away, Bayu? In 2 weeks.
This Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday. Have you
Yep.
told me? Have you filled out, or you don't finish yet, do you?
Yeah, I don't finish yet. I think I'm finished. This course is on 26 or 7 or something. Yeah.
Of what?
But I try to attend the class during in Indonesia.
You're gonna keep like you're gonna just log in from home from Indo.
Yeah.
Oh, easy. Like remember that funny student we had? Was it May? And she used to travel around all the
Yeah, I
time.
remember that.
Yeah, she logged in everywhere from the car when she
With
went back home
hairdresser.
to
Address.
yeah, she was funny, wasn't she? All
All
right,
right.
guys. Okay, well, you have a great week. I probably, I'll see you next Monday then, everybody.
See you next Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, have a great
Yeah.
week. Good work
You
tonight. You worked hard.
Bye, Miss
See ya.
Lynn. Good night.
Good night. Right, Richie.
Bye bye, teacher. Thank you.
You're